This is the Resurrected Hobbyist bringing you another project review video. This time I'm going to be reviewing the Dragon Ball Z Final Form Frieza model kit from Bandai. Now, Bandai is the same company that makes the Gundam model kits that I've done several videos on. This is the first time I've done one of their Dragon Ball Z kits. Overall, I was very, very impressed by the quality and design in this model. I know the Gundam model kits, they are frequently described as, building an action figure, but a lot of times the construction of them, the way they're designed or the way components have to work on them create issues that, prevent them from being action figures. You can't pose them a certain way without them falling over, or they can't make an iconic pose because, in reality, the rifle that the Gundam is carrying is simply too big to be held that way, that kind of thing. The biggest difference that I can point to between the Gundam kit and this Frieza kit, this does not have any PVC caps. All of the joints use pressurized, I believe it's polyethyl plastic. So it's got a little bit of give, but nowhere near as much as a PVC cap. So the plus side is the figure is very rigid. As you can see, I'm shaking it around. It's not moving much. The downside is you have to put a little bit more muscle into moving the joints. So it's a great deal more like an action figure you would buy off the shelf. Construction-wise, this is just an amazingly well-designed kit. I don't have any other way to put it. It's a very solid design, very rigid joints. It has very well-designed joints. The ankles are a really good example of this. As you can see, they go all the way forward, all the way back. So he can be standing on the ground or hovering. They also twist and turn, full degrees. Somehow I attempt to have him doing a kick and grabbing someone with his foot. Just get something we didn't see in the anime. So, the tail itself has 3 points of articulation. One at the very tip, that spins around. Another about halfway down the major length of it. And then the third right where it connects to the body. Now, the tail is a slight problem for this model, and that is because literally the weight of the tail is almost as much as the rest of the body itself. So if you're trying to pose it in such a way that the tail is not touching the ground, it's going to fall right over. You just really can't position it in any way and with the tail not supporting it and still have it stand up. So if you're going to position it standing, you need to have the tail positioned in such a way that it is helping support the model. Otherwise, you will need an action base to hold it. Now, that's something else I do want to talk about. Nice little bonus for it is it comes with this transparent mount that connects at the base of the tail that connects right to a Gundam action base. So if you've done Gundam models before and you have an action base, congratulations, you have a base for Frieza. Now, as far as accessories and extra parts for the kit comes with 5 hands. As you can see, it comes with 2 closed fists. Let me pop this out real quick. 2 closed fists for punching or general, posing. 2 open-handed or open-palmed hands. For the ever so classic, I give this planet 5 minutes look. And lastly, it comes with a pointing finger. Now, the pointing finger is noteworthy because of one of the energy effects that come with the kit, and that is the death beam effect. This pops right on to the finger. And there you go. Frieza is now firing his death beam. Probably at Krillin, because everything goes after Krillin. Now, it is also useful for using the other energy effect, which is the death ball. Now, normally this is solid pink, same coloring as the death beam, but I went in and masked it out in black, leaving the raised areas to be translucent in pink. That way it more closely resembles the anime. See? And then it itself can be mounted on this transparent piece that goes on Frieza's wrist. Now, there he is, all set to destroy Namek. Oops, almost forgot. Gotta fix it. There we go. Now he's flying, ready to destroy Namek. Guess I can put the tail down a little bit. So, it also comes with a second head. This is the, you know, I am the ruler of the entire galaxy and you can't do anything about it face, as I call it. While this one is the I am flipping insane and just crazy enough to do exactly what I say face. Overall, this is a really well designed kit. It's actually an impressive example of how they can go about hiding seam lines and mold lines. Trying to remember. So, like, as an example, here we go. Back of the leg, right along here. That's actually where two plates connect. But you can't actually tell it's there because it's molded directly onto the musculature and then, you know, hiding with a little basic panel lining. Another really good example, back of the bicep. You know, again, this is a separate plate connecting to the arm, but you can't tell it's a line, a seam, because it's molded directly under the edge of the musculature, and you do a little basic panel lining. So, overall, I only have two complaints about the kit. Number one, it doesn't come with a screaming face. I really would like a, you filthy monkey kind of, screaming face on it, just because that's so classic Frieza. And my other complaint about it is the clear plastic mount for the death ball. It pops off the wrist a lot more easily than I would really like it to. But overall, those are incredibly minor complaints, and I had a really fun time building this model. I'm definitely looking forward to getting some of the other Dragon Ball Z kits, and I'm hoping they bring out other variants. I would really love to do, a metallic finish cooler, or, an imperfect or a semi-perfect cell. I could have a lot of fun with those kits and paint jobs. So, but overall, if you're looking to try out the DBZ models, I think the Frieza kit is an excellent and inexpensive introductory option for them. Showcases the design quality and the construction quality of them without being, $40-50. So, there is my review of the Frieza model kit. Thank you for joining me. I hope I've answered any questions you have. If there's any point about the model I have not spoken about, just drop me a comment below and I'll get to it. As always, thank you for joining me, and have fun. Always keep learning more modeling.